Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. Let's play Hollywood Animal. This is my studio, Stubborn Mule Studios. I did not find a way to change the name, unfortunately. And yes, I am aware that my logo looks more like a rabbit than a mule, but it's a fantasy world, so it doesn't matter too much. Hope you've been enjoying the episodes so far. And this one, we're just going to kind of continue forward and see how far we get. It is May of 1930. We have a few movies in the hopper, and one just ran into a production problem. Yes, the famous digging a hole scene. Lewis Blair has never had to dig a hole in his life, so it looks really dumb. We have a couple of options. We can lower the film quality by letting him do the best he can, or the film can go slower for 7 days. So even if we think about that, it's if it were 50% slower for 7 days, that's 3.5 days delay. I'm going to take the delay. So we're going to hit that. And then pre-production. Oh, we have technical support finally. That is a huge step forward for us. And here is why. First of all, that tutorial window that popped up circles an empty spot on the window because apparently they didn't update the graphic or something. It's supposed to be circling this guy. It's the shopping cart for technologies. And here's what we have available to us. We can buy the Hespro 35 millimeter camera. It is a black and white camera, and it's the gold standard of the industry right now. It has an upgrade we can do if we meet certain criteria, and we'll see more about that as that occurs. But we're going to go ahead and buy it. This is a really good camera to have and to use for our films. So we do have the ability to modify it just like any other camera or microphone, but we don't have an available research group right now, so that's going to be a minute. We should also look at sound. There's nothing available in sound yet. Never fear, there will be some sound updates coming in the very, very near future. And that's all we have to do to get the camera is literally tell it, okay, I want to buy one. And we now have it. It takes you a week to get cigars, but you can get a camera right away. So that's fine. City of Shadows. This is the film we're doing for the police chief, if I recall. So we want it to do rather well. And Carl Conti, Rick Bruno wrote it. That is good. Rick Leveled, outstanding. Always like to see that. And this is the Heroes in Uniform script that we're working with. We're going to shelve it for now, but we might, we've got two in the hopper right now. The script department rolling edits are available to us now. That is fantastic. So we have the script doctor. No, we don't. I'm sorry. We have the freelance writer's office, the story workshop. We do not have the script doctor, but we do have rolling edits. Next up, we're going to increase the number of story elements we can have. And I think that is worth a lot of money, actually. Being able to get 6 story items in, then 7, 8, 9. You can get up to 10 story items in. That becomes very, very helpful. I think there's a sweet spot for how I tend to do things. It's generally 7 or 8. I have gotten up to 9. I've never done 10, I don't think. I can't remember right off the bat if I've ever gotten that far in the tree. But I find myself 8 seems to be a really good compromise in how long it takes to get there versus what you get for getting there. So we're going to do the 6. Obviously, we'll probably immediately do 7. Then maybe we'll go over and pick up Script Doctor. I haven't had great luck with the Script Doctor. What he can do is improve scripts for you at a cost of time and money. But doesn't always work, and that's a little frustrating. Okay, here's another good one. This one has a happy ending, I think. We have one we can do here that it makes everybody happy, and so we're going to do that. Basically, Russell Simmons is bringing a very noisy dog to the set, and it's pissing everybody off. And so we have a few options. We could kill the dog. Yeah, because that's a good idea, right? We can forbid him from bringing it. The crew will love us for it, but Russell Simmons won't. But here's a happy. We have $500 in slush fund or cash on hand that we can use. And we do. We can find somebody to walk the dog. Well, that's an easy solution, right? So we're going to do that. If you don't have the money, it's not so easy a solution. I think you generally have to go with the anger the actor and please the crew, if you ask me. But I also play the game very wrong, is what I'm learning. So, there is that. And we have another issue. An unknown person called in a bomb threat. Oh, boy. I don't know. This one, we're early in the production. I almost think we're going to say, you know what, don't care. And the reason I'm thinking that, I don't think this was one of our really super high-end movies. I do wish you could kind of review it real quick to say, okay, wait, what am I looking at here? And you can't, oh, well, I'm sorry, you can't hit details. My apologies. I was looking for the little eye that you see for information. This was a Roger Lee, and it's not a high-end movie. I'm not going to, I'm going to let the quality suffer a little bit in this case. If this one was one of my 4 or 5 movies, because those are coming kind of hard to come by right now, I would probably take my time on it. But I think in this case, we're better off just saying, you know what, there's not going to be a bomb. I haven't seen one, so here's hoping, right? I guess we could run into some problems. Now, I'm not quite sure why security didn't have something to do there, although I guess 1930s phone tracing technology was not exactly what it would be today. And here is one of those microphones that we can pick up. It's a little bit better quality. There we go. Do we want to buy it? Oops. Yes, we do. I hit cancel. I don't know why I hit cancel, but we do want to buy it. You can see it's in pretty good shape. Costs a little more than the one we have, but that's the breaks. And new story element. Antagonist escapes justice. Interestingly enough, I like this story line. I think that that's an important one to have available to movie makers, right? It makes some sense. This one gets coded out. It's considered a vulgarity, I guess, in a sense, and we won't be able to use it for long. Since he came up with it, I think we should go ahead and let good old Jim the boy there use it for a movie. I don't even know what kind of movie I want to make. Let's call it, we'll make an action movie called Blood and Bourbon. There we go. And we'll have Jim write that if he's available. We'll make it action, and he's in romance, right? So make it a minor romance. Doesn't have to be huge. There we go. We'll do American City. That makes the most sense to me. We could do Western, actually. I do a lot of the American Town ones. This one I'm okay with maybe going a little bigger. We'll do American City. We'll hit that. Well, if the antagonist is going to get away with it, we're going to have an antagonist. And we do only get 5 story elements. So I think we maybe go with, I don't know, I don't want to downplay their abilities, but maybe we go with a cop and a criminal mastermind who escapes justice after a prison break and a shootout. Maybe we could put generous profanity. That's one that goes away as well. Jim came up with that as well, so things must be on his mind. Maybe things aren't going well at home. I don't know. We'll give him both of those story elements, and we'll give that a look-see. So here's Jim. Is Jim married? Jim is married and has 2 kids. One kid. He has a boy, and yeah, maybe it's just that time of year where things are out of control at home or something. I don't know, but we're going to go ahead and have Jim work on this. I see Rick has some availability as well. And let's have Rick write a story as well. I kind of like that idea. And this one's going to be 3 sheets, and it's going to be a comedy. Do we want to add another element to it? Make it a dramedy? Yeah, let's do that. Get Rick a little bit of exposure to drama. I don't think it actually makes a difference. We will do that one. We'll do that one Wild West. Maybe it's going to star, well, I did it again. Maybe it's going to star a cowboy. Do we have cowboys? We do. We've got a cowboy, and we will do let's do a love interest with winning the beloved. Protagonist gets a chance for better life. So I'm kind of thinking like maybe 3 sheets is a American term for being drunk, 3 sheets to the wind. And Maybe this is one where he overcomes struggling with a problem with alcohol, which means if it's available, we don't have the alcohol option yet. So that might have been kind of fun, but the other one is that he wins the beloved, and maybe we can assume he overcomes his addictions or whatever. Do we want another theme? It's a cowboy movie. Maybe there should be a bank robbery. Maybe that's his vice. He's a gambler. Yeah, maybe that's it. Oh, except, I'm sorry, weren't we were looking at antagonist. No, we did that one in the previous movie. My apologies. This was one where I just wanted Rick to write something, isn't it? So got ahead of myself there. So there'll only be 2 people in this movie. We only have the 5 field still. That will start to grow pretty quickly. The first one should be coming up here in a couple of months. So the screenwriter on this will be Rick. And okay, Last Streetcar finished its 4-week run. It made money. Look at that. It made money. That's all we can really ask. It didn't make a lot of money, and if we were to continue its run, it is not going to do well. As you can see, it's falling off by about half each week, right? From 140 to 120 to 60 to 30. We're not going to make any money if we continue running this one. So we're going to end its distribution, and that'll do it. A little over 1 million people went to see that one. That's pretty impressive. We have 18 days until Rotten Fates releases. Sometimes when you run the Rotten Fates story, sometimes you get really good movies. I've had a 9+ movie out of it. This one's a 6.860. It's too bad. We're just not getting the breaks where we needed them on that, and probably didn't hire the right folks and stuff like that. I did want to see how many sound stages we have. We do have 3. We could start that other movie. City of Shadows, I think that's what it was called. Let's see if we can actually do that. I do want to put some top-notch folks on this. I feel like this one could be pretty good. We have a fantastic cinematographer we can use. We could use Studio 2A. That's good, right? I think that's what we would want to do. I can't remember if that's the mid-sized one or the small one, honestly. These are both in use. Stage 100. I think these are the second level ones. Yep. So that's good. That's a level 2 sound stage. That's what I'm trying to get to. The words weren't a common. There they are now, though. And so because this is a small town, probably modern American town, yeah. Very short runtime for its filming. We could do it entirely on location in 76 days. And honestly, that's not so bad. We don't even have to use the sound stage. If we want to shave a few days off of it, we could change this, save 3 more. That probably saves us 8 days total. I didn't do the math actually. Yeah, 8 days. We could knock off 8 days if we want. I don't know that we need to. Let's do it all on location. Blame it on the scouting crew at that point. And then let's use our new camera. So let's see if it shows us here. Yes, if you look there, it says meet the conditions to get an advanced version of the technology. So we have to shoot 1 film that lasts 100 days using the camera, and then we have to shoot 5 films just using the camera. So 5 films with the camera, with one of them exceeding 100 days in production time. And we will get a newer version of this camera that's quite a bit better, actually. This is a 2 bars, and the upgrade is 4 bars. Practicality is 2. That's double. All the factors are doubled on that camera if we do that. So why not? I think we should go for that. Over here, this is going to be a pretty decent movie. Let's go ahead and max it out with these folks. We are going to use the Hespro, and let's use the new sound too. Why not? It's $500 a day. Yeah, I mean, that's a little pricey. The producer, excellent. We have some good producers available. We're going to use one. We have some good directors available. We're going to use one. We have some good actors available. Let's see. So the cop is the hero, and there's a sidekick who's a female, I think. No, it is not. And the serial killer is a female. Okay, well, who do we want to be the serial killer? I think we could go for Promising Talent with Clara Margulies. She seems to be a pretty decent actress. I mean, she's got a good number here. She's got good kudos. She's a leader and she's calm. Those are good traits. I think we go ahead and make her our serial killer. I don't think she's going to play a lot of those in her lifetime, but, you know, we'll see. Let's make the sidekick. We'll make the sidekick Solomon Carr. And the cop will be Peter Harris, my favorite, as you all know. All these guys have a leadership mark. There's no indication that that would be problematic, but in my mind, that could be problematic. So I don't know. We'll have to pay attention to that in the future. But we're going to go ahead and continue, and we're going to sign on the dotted line. Less than $300,000 in production fees. That's not so bad. That movie is underway. City of Shadows. That will meet our obligation for Heroes in Uniform. I do not remember if we have Wendy in a movie yet or not. I do want to check on that because I don't want to forget. She is. She's in About the Movie. Idiot. She's in Journey to Tombstone. And we're going to let that one go. So JTT is the Wendy movie. COS is the police chief movie. We've got our bases covered for the ones that we're expected to get out. Feels like nothing is happening. Those are moving really slow down here. Yesterday, Chelsea said she was tired of looking at the same old LA sun. Chelsea isn't real, but don't worry, I'm not crazy, right? Because that's what everybody who's not crazy says. I'm not crazy, and I was talking to my imaginary friend. That's okay, though. Jessica, she has some issues. Maybe it's just a creative thing, right? Artists are a little different than your average duck. So we always grant time off, though, when somebody asks. She wants 3 months off. The good news is she's not like a 9.9 actress, right? We're going to go ahead and say, you know what? Go for it. Maybe she comes back a better person. Who knows? Rotten Fates. It's release day. Bone Grinder is I'm going to guess he's going to love it. He hated it. Nothing more than a clod of dirt on the boot of the cinematic art. That's pretty rough, let's be honest. Okay, let's see what we get here. I could hit continue and speed up that process. My apologies for that. Needed to move my microphone and I bumped it. So, Rotten Fates needs to clear about 600,000, little over. And I think it will. I mean, it's a 6.0 movie. That's nothing to sneeze at. Not quite as high as we'd like. And City of Shadows is ready to move into production. There we have it. It improved quite a bit, actually. That's what we wanted. We wanted it to go up. We always wanted it to go up, right? I mean, that was kind of dumb, but the expectation was it would go up a little bit. The locations, well, we didn't have a lot of control over that. Doing it on the soundstage would not have made that better. And we are where we are with costumes and props. That will improve over time. Let's get it started. Yes, signing security. Let's give them Calvin Hopkins. And I don't have any other choices yet so far. Still, eventually we'll have some choices there. Just not yet. Probably another year. We'll get some really decent choices there, things we can do. And we finally know how to buy cigars. So that's awesome. I guess we should say we finally know how to appropriate cigars. That's probably a better way of looking at it. So I normally like to get these two started. These gifts can work both for reducing salaries and also helping people's happiness. Then I like to jump over here to extended medical coverage. I'm noticing we still have this guy who doesn't have a lot of bonus where we want it. I think we might first go and replace him. Now, I'm not replacing him because he costs too much. I'm replacing him because he doesn't have the bonuses that I like for him to have. So first, we're going to come in here And sorry, Charlie, he's only costing us $400 a month. I mean, it's not exactly his fault, but we're not quite hurting for money like we were before. So we can maybe see, we still don't have anybody that has bonuses. That's crazy. All right. Well, this guy should level up faster. I mean, the other one was level 2, right? So he costs a little more, but at least we'll have some bonus where we want it soon, just not soon enough. So this is going to take a while. It takes 500 days to do this one. I wouldn't have been able to reduce it by 10%. I didn't have the points, but I could have reduced it a little bit nonetheless. I guess it was worth the RNG. We'll see what happens. Would have liked a better outcome there. Nonetheless, let's go to gifts. And one thing that'll help is let's have him start appropriating cigars. And we're going to do 25. $50,000 worth. We'll apply that. And we're going to bump this number up. And so one reason I'm doing this, not the only reason, but one is he gets experience for that. So if we can get him up in experience level, more power to us. Okay, we'll move forward now. Uh-oh. Dancing Till Dawn is having a problem. Oh, accidentally lit a fire. Well, we don't have $3,000. Oh, we do have $3,000 in our slush fund. How much do we want to hold on to Ted Farmer? Well, he is not, the studio's fate is not riding on Ted, so he can take care of the fire that he started. Yeah, I think we do that. Oh, and then a problem here. This is a fun one. Peter Harris is having kidney problems, so we have a few options. We can wait till he recovers and stop for 10 days. That's not the worst idea. Keep shooting as he is. Lower quality film. I hate doing lower quality if at all possible. Fix the script to explain why he's sick. This is because we have the rolling edits. This is brought to us because of that. If we hadn't researched that yet, this option would not have been available to us. But this is the equivalent of the win-win, right? Nobody benefits from it, but there's also no penalty. And we're going to take that one because why not? It doesn't change anything else. There we go. All right, let's start to move forward. I'm building a house for my parents and the contractor is up to tricks. Can I get 2 months? We always say yes. She's one of our better actresses. Let's keep her happy. Let's see which one of these go up. It was loyalty went up. That's not bad. We're okay with that. Rolling Thunder. I think this was a movie that we proscribed, if I recall. I don't remember for sure, though. Roy Zimmerman, maybe. Lots of experience points, so they think it went pretty well for Roy. Hopeless romantic serial killer mentor, search for a killer antagonist gets killed. Yeah, we might have ordered this one up. We're going to hold on to it for now. Though once these get moving through, as soon as these hit over here, we're going to start a new one. I like to have the pipelines kind of balanced. Okay, so Peter Harris shot his neighbor's dog. This is the typical Peter Harris thing to do. The neighbor's wife is telling everyone they live next to a maniac. Well, they do. Shot a dog, really, dude? But let's look at this realistically. From a reputation perspective, we can either let her say what she wants. It's none of our business. I think that impacts us and our reputation, or we can pay her off. And I'm kind of leaning towards the latter. I think if we pay her off, we don't suffer the hit. We're going to do that. Not proud of that, but, it is what it is. And Rotten Fates is doing really well, actually. Look at that. Took in $1.8 million in its first 4 weeks. We profited $1 million. Outstanding. We're going to definitely want to continue this run. And look at that. It is still filling the theaters. So definitely keeping this one going. Ooh, I almost clicked end. That would have been a mistake. All right. We're going to keep all of our theaters with it. I don't know. So we know that we were only showing it in our theaters these last couple of weeks. We could try to squeeze a little bit extra money out of it. Maybe renting 1,000 theaters. Cost us 16,000. Well, it's clearly easily going to make 16,000 going forward. Let's make it 20,000 roughly, and we'll leave it otherwise in our theaters. But hopefully we get a nice 100% bump still here. I don't know. I almost feel like trying to press my luck a little bit. We'll spend 30,000. Yeah, we'll spend 30,000 in extra theaters. We'll accept that. We do want to advertise it. Every once in a while there's a bug where it won't let me continue to advertise something once it's ended. And I really hate that bug because it seems to always happen on the movies that are doing well. Haven't quite figured out what I'm doing wrong, but it does occur sometimes. So be mindful of that. In the future, once I get to movies that I really want to be certain work well, I'll pay for the advertising further out when I know what I'm really kind of up against. Perpetuum mobile. Or mobile, maybe? Roger Lee. Not one of his better efforts. So you'll notice the experience for the other guy was 580. For Roger, only 280. I don't know that it's directly related to these numbers, but it feels like there's probably a correlation there. Also compared to their ability. The other guy's ability should have been lower than Roger's. Okay, Sweethearts Stay Together, Heroes in Uniform, Angry Boss, Tribal Chief. This one sounds a little mixed up, doesn't it? American Town with a Tribal Chief. I mean, I suppose you could think, no, that doesn't work. A modern American Town. That doesn't work. We're gonna kill this one. Sorry, Roger. At least you got some experience out of it. Maybe his punishment is he has to go work on story ideas, element ideas. Blood and Bourbon by, I think Rick was doing this one, right? No. This is Jim. Jim Lutz wrote this one. And that one came out pretty well, actually. We're going to hang on to that. Maybe his punishment is do it. No, just kidding. And then this is the one Rick was working on. Wow, not bad. Okay. Those are good results. Good results there. I'm not going to start it yet. We're still kind of waiting for a stage to clear up, although we're actually not using it for this movie. But let's go ahead and move forward just a little further. And Roger needs a vacation. I don't blame him. He knew we were going to send him to work in the slave pits there, where he has to go and find story ideas. So I am going to set that up here real quick. Oh, Rick passed Jim. I don't often see that, at least not within the first year-ish, 2 years, I guess. Okay, we're going to send Rick to do it. He's had a couple of really good successes. Let's give him some time to do some research. And we're going to put Jim on story ideas. Let's throw him on, I don't like this idea. Was that an American, a Yankee in King Arthur's Court or something? Wasn't that a movie? I think based on a Samuel Clemens book, Mark Twain book. Let's see. Tropical Island with a Working Man action. We'll have him work on that. Yeah, you go for that, Jim. And, we need to assign Roy something too. Or Ron. Is it Ron? Is it Roy? Historical comedy, cowboy in a modern city, or a working man in a modern American town action. We'll do that one. There you go, Roy. It is Roy. All right, all those guys are assigned. Well, you know what? It has been a little bit of time now, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. We will pick up in the next episode right here, and we'll keep this on moving. This is Hollywood Animal. My studio is Stubborn Mule Studios, which I wish I had named differently. Nonetheless, we're going to keep moving forward. I do want to thank you for your time this time. Please consider giving me a subscribe and liking the video if you have indeed liked it. And beyond that, until next time, fair travels.